Since the late 1700s, the Oak Island crew, geologist Terry Matt and historian Charles Baruch, have been exploring the island for treasure. Treasure seekers and history buffs have long frequented the Money Pit, a deep pit thought to hold pirate loot, but the crew just found something more darker than they had anticipated. The story of Oak Island began in the late 1800s, when a strange dip in the ground led to the excavation of the deep pit. The team's recent discovery has raised new questions and rumors, with some people thinking they may have discovered something more dangerous than treasure. A small piece of gold was found, hinting at more hidden secrets. The dark secrets beneath the Money Pit are darker than expected. The team is currently advancing each discovery by fusing science and human hands. One of the most remarkable discoveries made during the excavation of the island's long-kept secrets was a gold-plated brooch from the 14th century, which generated discussions on its relationship to the island's legendary treasures or its former inhabitants. A tunnel 95 feet below the surface was discovered in 3 separate places, indicating that it might be the route to the long-lost wealth, and DNA tests showed that people from other places had somehow found their way to Oak Island. Fans are shocked and left wondering when the team abruptly stops working on the Curse of Oak Island, which is a unique adventure that combines history, archaeology, and treasure hunting experts. Historians join in to discuss what might be hidden on the island, adding to the excitement of the story. Some speculate that they may have encountered environmental or safety issues. Some people think they've discovered something hazardous or valuable, but the most thrilling, the wood sample from Boro DN 111.5 contains gold traces, which may indicate a greater quantity of gold nearby. However, the lack of specific information allows for crazy speculations like supernatural forces or government action. As Marty Lagena and his team continue their exploration, they encounter difficulties entering the recently discovered cave in the hopes of finding answers. They dig deeper beneath the ancient cave of Oak Island in search of hidden treasures, finding underground passageways and rooms that may hold secrets that have been buried for centuries. Recently, they received sonar data from the Money Pit that revealed mysterious structures 150 feet below the ground hidden inside Aladdin's cave. This discovery raises questions about the previous use of Oak Island as a place to hide treasures. In order to document the moment when they finally solve the mysteries of Oak Island, they also choose to record their exploration. While digging at the Money Pit, an enigmatic location on Oak Island, LagIna and Craig Tester found a subterranean tunnel that was roughly 65 feet deep, indicating a sizable artificial room constructed beneath the island. Excitement was raised by this discovery, since it might lead to the finding of further hidden caverns and the treasures they had been looking for. However, they encountered a significant issue with flooding, which might have prevented them from carrying out their investigation to unravel the mystery the team brought in underwater. In order to determine whether humans had previously explored the deep cave and whether there were any hidden routes that might lead them farther into the earth, the team enlisted imaging specialist Blaine Carr to assist them. They also received an exciting report from Aiden Technologies that revealed numerous possible treasure targets. The team concentrated on Aladdin's cave, a recently found location that provided intriguing new clues. They explored the cave using a high-definition camera, which was crucial in figuring out whether humans had previously been inside it, created thorough scans of Aladdin's cave using sonar equipment, which could aid in their comprehension of its layout and possible historical applications. The team used a sonar device called the Echologger D710 to create a 3D map of the underwater spaces required to explore Oak Island's hidden treasures after discovering evidence of man-made structures inside Aladdin's cave. This allowed them to fully assess the cave's size and potential hidden tunnels leading to other parts of the island. After the sonar scan, they discovered a man-made entrance going into a cave that appeared to have formed naturally. This knowledge gave them a better idea of how everything was related and might help them locate potential routes connecting to other hidden sections of the island. They were energized by this discovery and believed they were approaching a significant discovery. On Oak Island, an isolated island, Rick, Marty, and the team are looking for a treasure when they come across an old river raft. The iron spike, which may have had a variety of functions prior to the 1840s, corresponds with artifacts gathered by Frank White, an ardent admirer of Oak Island's past. A blacksmith specialist named Carmen Legg determines that the item is a 4-inch long wedge with a ring surrounding it. Carmen speculates that this wedge was most likely utilized on the island for woodworking or construction, either keeping logs together or secretly curing building components. The team is eager to investigate the depths of the tunnel until they discover an unanticipated water leak from the tunnel's soil. Roger suggests drilling about 9 huge holes in the impacted wall and filling them with urethane in order to stop the water. This technique plugs and solidifies the leaks, advancing the group into the tunnel that goes straight beneath the garden shaft and toward what they refer to as the baby blob. A crucial meeting involving hydrogeologist Dr. Fred Michael, chemist Dr. Mark Lukeman, and geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner is held in the war room. According to Dr. Spooner, Baroli L16 leads to Aladdin's Cave, a sizable cavern that is rich in organic materials and gold. To get to the center of Aladdin's grotto, the crew intends to create a fresh borehole. Rick and Gar, brothers, set out on a search for ancient coins on Oak Island. They discover a metal detector that produces a strong signal close to the surface, indicating that they have located an antique coin where they had been looking. The coins appear to have been made by hand because they resemble an old Roman coin that was found nearby. Marty, Rick's brother, joins the hunt, and the two of them take their findings to the Interpretative Center, where Lily and Emma evaluate the computed tomography and X-ray fluorescence. To examine the coins, Connecticut scans are utilized. Since the first coin is primarily made of copper with a small amount of silver, copper, silicone, lead, and tin, it may have been mined before modern coin-making techniques were developed. The second coin, which was found to have an intricate pattern of a female figure in its center, similar to Roman coins, was
ground-penetrating radar. It was initially thought to be a crossbow bolt, but an authority on antiquities has speculated that it might have been a javelin, a weapon used by the Romans more than 2,000 years ago. The team finds a metal object in the second episode of the 9th season that appears to be the object they have been looking for since the beginning of the show. Further inspection reveals that only a small fraction of the object is truly made of gold. Through each season, the show explores the exploits of full-time treasure hunters, and the secrets surrounding Oak Island only grow more complicated. For historical research, their findings made with metal detectors open up previously imagined doors, but you can get the same results with your own gear. Always make careful to get permission before searching for anything on someone else's property or on open space. It is widely acknowledged that the discovery of the island's money pit marked the beginning of the history of treasure hunting on Oak Island. The pit, often known as the money pit, is a human-made hole that is frequently assumed to be the location of the lost treasures. The story goes that in 1795, while on an adventure on the island, a group of boys around the age of 13 discovered a dip in the earth. They began digging since they believed it to be a fake hole, and as they dug, they found multiple layers of wood and other things. However, a mysterious flood stopped them in their tracks, filling the hole with water and blocking any further excavation. As soon as word of the discovery spread, treasure seekers from all over the world flocked to Oak Island to look for the loot.
The crew's unwavering quest takes them to the fabled Chapel Vault, a secret room thought to hold priceless jewels or long-lost historical items in the most recent leaked episode of Oak Island's 12th season. But tragedy. The team is ready to go farther than ever before, using a huge steel casing and an enormous watertight chamber made to withstand the pressure and dangers of underground excavation, and lurks in the island's ancient defenses, ready to strike back with cutting-edge technology and resolve. With a diamond found on Lot 5, the search has been rocked by a finding that leaves more questions than answers and suggests a relationship to a powerful and wealthy person. Though history indicates that Oak Island does not readily reveal its secrets, possibilities include Whispers of the Knights, Temple of the Freemasons, and infamous pirates who may have long concealed their wealth. The team's advanced equipment may finally give them the advantage. As the excavation enters its most crucial stage, the tension is at an all-time high, but the team is more focused than ever, and discoveries are coming in at an unprecedented rate. In this gripping video, viewers can see the Lagena brothers and their team working to drain the swamp, investigate the enigmatic boulder pathway, and discover revolutionary A collection of treasures was found in the money pit on Oak Island. For more than 200 years, hunters had been looking for something unique. They discovered odd symbols on a stone, pieces of bone, and a red cross that alluded to a treasure connected to the Knights' Temple. Despite draining the swamp a week prior, The team encountered obstacles like sticks and mud when they found a large stone area created by people near the swamp's eye and boulders that appeared to be uncovered stones. Dr. Ian Spooner, an expert in rocks and soil, thought the swamp was created by humans long ago. The team also found large rocks that resembled those found in Nolan's Cross and blue clay on them. The team then proceeded to investigate further 1,000 meters away in Traverse City, after Dr. Spooner suggested that the stones might have been placed there on purpose. They had a crucial conversation with Mark Monahan of Irving Equipment Limited regarding the steel coffer dam near Smith's Cove. The government permit for the dam was about to expire, so the team needed to move quickly to remove it and adhere to environmental regulations. The team is committed to finding a boat in Smith's Cove and safely removing the dam because time is running out, and they want to make it all work out and discover the hidden treasure. Two team members, Rick and Billy, were going on an adventure to discover the secrets hidden beneath Oak Island. They were assigned to find a tunnel that brought seawater into the Money Pit, a location where they had found numerous old wooden structures. They weren't sure if they were dealing with a tunnel or a wall, but as they dug deeper, they came across a sturdy wall that didn't look like a typical tunnel. Intrigued, they decided to investigate further, and they discovered a wooden shaft that added a new twist to their search for treasure. Peter Brunetti and Alex Lagena were searching the Uplands region for information regarding for then 200 years, treasure hunters have been focusing on Oak Island, a mystery island with a rich past. The Lagena brothers were enthused by the discovery of gold in the water and set out on a mission to find the island's hidden treasure. They searched every inch of the island, from its verdant forests to its deep swamps, looking for clues. They found an old-fashioned ladder, a secret underwater tunnel, and odd carvings and symbols. Notwithstanding obstacles like difficult terrain and erratic weather, the brothers persisted and made important discoveries in their quest for the truth. They found gold traces in timber samples extracted from boreholes, which offered hints about the island's past. Although dark legends suggested a curse protecting the Muir, the Lagena brothers' perseverance and dedication were demonstrated by the discovery of gold and ancient artifacts, which marked a turning point in their adventure. The brothers' belief in the potential to uncover the island's past propelled them through difficult times. As they carried out their research, their close relationship and common objectives gave them the courage to take on the most difficult tasks. Despite the obstacles they encounter, Rick Marty and his group have been committed to revealing Oak Island's ancient tales. Their perseverance and unwavering optimism have brought them one step closer to comprehending the intricate strata of the island, and their scientific research has produced reliable proof to back up their hypotheses. The finding of gold in wooden samples extracted from deep within the island was one notable event that not only validated the presence of lucrative resources, but also inspired a new set of excavation techniques. In order to gain important insights regarding the island's geology, history, and possible treasures, the team broadened their scientific endeavors to include soil analysis, geode, IAL surveys, and other experiments. These scientific endeavors have contributed to a more thorough comprehension of Oak Island's history by providing solid data to support their views. Working together and conducting thorough study have been essential to the Lee brothers' efforts to uncover Oak Island's strata. By collaborating with professionals from around the world, such as historians, archaeologists, and metallurgists, the team has gained access to a greater variety of resources and expertise, improving their capacity to successfully address the island's complex historical issues. In conclusion, despite the difficulties they encounter, Rick Marty and his team have been committed to revealing the hidden truths beneath the island's surface. Their cooperation with specialists and commitment to their mission have made them a potent reminder of the value of maintaining optimism in the face of hardship. By working with a number of experts, Rick Lagena and his group have made great strides towards solving the Oak Island puzzle. Their work has produced new island treasure could alter everything we thought we knew about Oak Island and its hidden treasure. Despite the growing list of discoveries, the brothers encountered many disappointments and setbacks. They also found an underground tunnel connecting the beach to the Money Pit, which hinted at vast wealth hidden deep below. The tunnel contained soil samples and a detailed analysis of artifacts taken from the pit, suggesting that Oak Island had been visited by ancient civilizations long before European settlers arrived. As their hunt went on, they faced the genuine potential that the treasure would never be located. Yet they persisted in moving forward in the belief that it was still out there waiting to be discovered. The Lagena brothers' tale is about more than just finding treasure. It's also about the excitement of discovery, the strength of belief, and endurance. It serves as a reminder that some mysteries are worthwhile to pursue, even if the answers are just out of reach. As they get ready for the fourth season of their quest, the Oak Island team found a French map from 1647 with clues pointing directly to the treasure they had been looking for. They turned to historian Zena Halper, who suggested that the map was a copy of an older document. The brothers were certain that they were about to make a significant discovery, but the journey was also about the excitement of discovery and the hope that they were about to change history. An old book binding containing the secret message was another fascinating discovery. In the binding, Rick and Marty searched for clues that led them to a lengthy text written in a language they had forgotten. They set out to decode the text in the hopes that it would lead them to the treasure's location. But instead they discovered another paragraph with the names of William Chappell and Frederick Blair that told a story from the 15th century about a hidden vault full of gold and valuable items. Despite their best efforts, they were unable to locate the vault, making the search for the treasure more than just a pursuit of wealth. Numerous attempts have been made to reveal the secrets of Oak Island's enigmatic and expensive treasure hunt, the Money Pit. However, financial difficulties forced the Truro business to quit their work and leave the island. The hazardous and intricate circumstances that explorers had to deal with, such controlling the water in the pit, were very risky. The dual nature of the operations on Oak Island was highlighted when one worker died while attempting to control the flood. The investigation team expanded, adding new specialists like Craig Tester Dan Blankenship and his son David Dan Blankenship. They made a number of significant discoveries, such as solving the puzzle of intricate traps meant to guard the money pit at Smith's Cove. But the largest challenge still stood. The water in the pit threatened their work. In order to facilitate removal and enable the team to proceed with their task, Craig Tester suggested freezing the water. When the Lagena brothers Marty and Rick set out to explore Oak Island, they discovered Dan Blankenship to be a kindred spirit. Despite their best efforts, the entire Oak Island mystery is still unknown, with a complex network of clues that leave more questions than answers. Nevertheless, the team is optimistic that one day they will discover the mysteries that have baffled treasure seekers for ages.
Breaking news. The Lagena brothers have just found something that made them shudder, and the once buzzing dig ended abruptly. What terrifying mystery have they concealed? The reality they discovered might never be accepted by the world. The History Channel's popular reality series, The Curse of Oak Island, has come under fire in recent weeks following the discovery of some centuries-old indigenous artifacts, which prompted local officials to shut down a large portion of the show's dig operation, causing several archaeologists to be sent packing. Fans are already speculating as to whether the Lagenas and their crew will ever experience a return to normalcy, not to mention the future of Oak Island. During the final dig on the island, the Lagena brothers and their crew unearthed a bizarre find leading to the closure of Excavation. While the Lagena brothers and metal detector specialist Gary Drayton have mostly found mud, wood, and other metal implements on the 140 acres of the purportedly cursed Oak Island, they have also found a number of rare artifacts. But what precisely are these insane discoveries they managed during the final excavation in the whimsical realm of Oak Island? There is yet another challenge for the men on the Curse of Oak Island. In an effort to prevent them from digging on the island, the Canadian government intervened. Finding underground entrances to what they think is the riches was the objective, though. Regrettably, bureaucracy is getting in the way. The team discovered what could have been a hidden room next to the garden shaft. Doug engaged Dumas Contracting Limited to come in and work as excavators to dig them down and into these potential chambers. He did this by giving them a call. They think they have discovered pathways leading to a potential hidden treasure on the island. The crew was forced to wait since it would take 50 days to descend 75 feet as a result. They thought they may have just discovered a network of tunnels and chambers leading to the fabled hidden wealth. Additionally, they think one of the artifacts they discovered was of Viking provenance, which is much older than they had anticipated. But there is a new issue now. The hire of excavators, according to the Canadian government, indicates that the Lagena brothers require a mining warrant. Even though they are not officially mining, red tape has once again turned the authorities against the crew searching for wealth. Not all fans, though, appeared shocked. The Canadian government wants to stop a group of well-documented gold diggers from blindly rebuilding a wooden shaft that descends to an unknowable depth on an island where 6 treasure hunters have already perished doing the same thing. And they're the bad guys in this situation, a fan wrote on Reddit. The Canadian government has already meddled with the Lagena brothers' search for treasure on the Curse of Oak Island. They stopped conducting a significant portion of the island's excavation work in 2021. The Lagena brothers' crew discovered many hundred-year-old indigenous artifacts at this time. The crew found First Nation Mi'kmaq pottery fragments on the island during Season 9. Marty Lagena stated in an episode at the time that they would avoid using archaeological techniques as they awaited the outcome of the situation. The only change that came as a consequence was a tightening of the show's rules. The brothers switched from conventional archaeological approaches to unconventional digging tactics at that time. This season they improved on that by mapping out places beneath the island using modern technology, allowing them to locate hints and potential entrance routes without needlessly excavating. But the excavation led to a fresh dispute with the Canadian authorities. Will obstacles keep standing in the way of the Lagena brothers' search for the lost fortune on the Curse of Oak Island? Who knows? In the 6th season episode Voyage to the Bottom of the Cenote, things take a worrying turn as treasure seeker Marty Lagena makes the optimistic but hasty declaration, "Here we are in H8. We're going to keep looking. What may possibly fail?" When metal detecting specialist Gary Drayton discovers a possible top pocket discovery amid the loot, the squad has no notion of the fate that is about to befall them. Coming from the more optimistic of the 2 treasure-hunting Lagena brothers, these words have an especially ominous ring to them. In a recent episode, the action in the Money Pit area came to a similar sudden halt when someone found what could be a bone fragment. The more the Lagena brothers and their team excavate, the closer they reach the legendary treasure. It's been almost a decade since they worked on unearthing the truth, but unfortunately they never reached such a great height until now. This season left them, and their fans shocked when they brought such discoveries to the audience's platter. However, things will take to the next level in the Curse of Oak Island Season 10, Episode 25, when the new discoveries connect all the pieces together. So, are they close to locating the treasure? Well, fans are curious to learn this. And the hits keep coming. The next episode will solve another enigma. On Lot 5, Laird Niven resumes his excavation work. The crew will search for the secret buried beneath the triangle-shaped marsh as they move on. The team will continue digging, but they will soon get startling information that links Lot 5 to the triangle-shaped marsh. When the crew keeps digging in Money Pit, they'll also discover a remarkable discovery. They are now more prepared than ever to solve the puzzle. Marty, Craig, and Charles have been getting ready to down the 82-foot shaft for the past week. The crew didn't think there could be a tunnel underneath the shaft's terminus, since one of the sides kept sinking. They chose to independently verify it despite this theory. Charles made the decision to go first and offer his services to everybody, but he had to go through specialized training first in order to achieve this. He descended and observed the garden shaft's dropping corner. After what he had seen, the group decided to dig at the bottom to see if there were any potential tunnels nearby. Marty, though, placed a hold on it. He intended to perform a self-check but needed more time to complete his dedicated training. Meanwhile, Alex, Rick, and Peter traveled to Italy to consult Umberto Musa, a specialist in coins and artifacts from antiquity. He examined the coins and found Oak Island had some ties to the Roman Empire as well. This happened as a result of one of the coins